What it is, y'all. Y'all already know, man. It's another episode, man. Episode 34, man. Tonight's episode, y'all already know, man. It's the host with the most, Tim the Official, Mr. Media Man, content expert. If you guys have any questions, tonight's episode is brought to you by no other than Sister Sarah, Fried Garlic Crab. You can't forget D1 Apparel. That's where you get the sweaters from. Tap in T.I.M for 25% discount on all merchandise. Tonight's episode is also promoted by Street Billboards. Can't forget them. All right, now. And the biggest corporate sponsor we have is Tree Culture. So shout out to them. But we want to get into this, man. We want to get into episode 34, man. And I have a special guest, man, a brother from another, man, Mr. Renaissance Man on the move, man. Talk to us, man. How you feeling today,
What's
brother?
going on, my brother, man?
Okay.
I'm great, man. I'm great.
Okay.
Finally here, Culture Talk TV, man. I'm great, man.
For sure.
I'm full of answers. As far as the questions, you got for me or however the case is, you understand what I'm saying, man. I fell in love with music technically when I was 5 years old. I got my hands on all type of parts, from music to podcast to entertainment, to management. Shout out to my artists, shout out to cool people. You understand what I'm saying? So I would have to say overall, just it's a blender. Like my mindset is to build my own kitchen from scratch.
I like that.
From pots, pans, skillets. Because I've been grinding for 18 years. So it's like now you have a mindset of, okay, well, have a mindset as what's your weaknesses and strongs, and or better yet, your strengths and your weakness. You get what I'm saying? So I just look at it like that, and I put it all in the blender. Like I said, as far as I'm good at this, I need to learn from this, about this and this and that. But it all comes from the journey.
Of course, for sure. So, just speaking about journey, so I want to, start from the beginning. I want to get to know you. I want the audience to get to know you, to know who you are as a person. So, tell me, where are you from? We're born and raised.
I was born and raised in Miami, Florida, Dade County, Liberty City. The heart of Dade County, Liberty City. Poker Beans, Scott Projects.
Okay.
You name them, Killer 2, Dog Pound, the heart of Liberty City.
Definitely. Yeah. So what's some things you did for fun as a youth, just growing up in Liberty City? What's some things you did just for fun as a youngster?
Played football in the streets, played basketball in the streets. You could say race, a lot, dodgeball, kickball, box ball.
Okay.
You get what I'm saying? I would say also we could say video games from Sega Genesis, Super Nintendo, but I ain't always had it. So I came from a family so with some of my family, the ones who did have it, I go to their house, or my uncle who took me in when I was 4. Well, let me say that back. Who took me in after my dad passed when I was 4 years old, and took me up under his wing. He had it all from the video games to, like I say, Sega Genesis, Super Nintendo, Street Fighter, you name it. I went to his house all the time, and that's where I get my wisdom from.
Okay.
That's definitely where I get my wisdom from my uncle. Because I gotta thank him, because after my dad passed, he really took me up under his wing, which he didn't have to do that. And he go by GT. And I have to say, or 1250. That's his nickname. But other than that, man, I have to say just about each and everything that we needed to do when we was young, I did. I drunk from the water hose. When it wasn't nowhere. As far as food go, we made mayonnaise sandwiches sometimes.
Definitely.
I come from the struggle for real, in real life. Not the internet. Like seriously. So
you understand what it feels like to be outside and hanging out and actually being outside instead of like the new generation that's inside.
Of course, they too lazy.
So by you knowing that, by you living that, what is your opinion on the generation that doesn't get to experience what you got to experience, as far as riding bikes, as far as playing tag, as far as playing football, basketball outside? Now they don't experience that, so they lose that connection. So now they lose the opportunity to actually gain friends and gain a bond with, you know what I'm saying, somebody that they can know 10 years, 20 years down the line.
Correct. Well, first off, I apologize for cutting you off, but I want to say they too lazy. They too lazy. They feel entitled. They feel entitled a lot. They don't apply themselves. They don't be mindful. They don't be open minded. And you know, us as parents, we not always right too, though. You know, it's times that I could tell my daughter, and I say something that I felt that I was right, and I could double back, and I'd be like, you know what, I apologize. I was wrong. Or my nephew I raised, you know, I done been in, you know, like far as raising someone else kid. You get what I'm saying? And I done literally said things to him as, oh, well, you this and that, that and this. I snap with, and then I'd be like, well, I could have approached it a little better than that. You know, so I just say, I feel like they entitled, like I say, they feel entitled. They don't apply themselves. They don't be mindful. They very lazy. They don't know time management. And like you say, what I look at it like as, they got born into the internet. The internet came over the years as we just kept going and growing, and now the internet taking over. But my uncle, who also raised me, told me this. He literally told me that the internet was gonna take over. And of course, I wasn't hearing it at the first.
So, what's your message to the youth, to the ones that's letting the internet take over? Like, what is your message that you can get out to them if they put this podcast on and they hear you? What message would you get out to them? The ones that's lost on social media.
They gotta know how to balance out their time. I understand the internet is just about every kid dream or preteen, you know, dream, or this. Y'all feel this is all y'all got, but y'all gotta understand, once you log out that social media, or once you get off of the internet, it's a real reality here. This not nothing that you could just cut on a computer and cut off. So I feel y'all need to just be more mindful and open-minded, and think about where you're going in the next 5-10 years. Because even though the internet here and it's here to stay for now, because it didn't, you know, it's still here, but y'all got to have a different mindset. And that's what I usually have, and that's what I usually push to let the young youth know, that you got to have a different mindset. You can't let the internet raise you, like overall, because I can understand y'all love it, but it's also real reality, things that go on outside of the internet.
This episode is brought to you by Tree Culture Entertainment in conjunction with Sixt Rental Cars. Make your reservation using the link below in the bio and get 15% off your next rental. Whether compact, hybrid, premium, or luxury SUV, Sixt has all the vehicles for all your needs and all the lengths of time that you need. Book anytime using our link provided and get 15% off. Rent the car of your dreams with Sixt.